Welcome. Today we're focusing on Grainfather's innovative homebrewing equipment. We'll explore their newest brewing systems and distilling attachments guided by the insights of Aaron Hyde, and this was recorded live at HomebrewCon 2023. We examine Grainfather's G30 and G40 and even G70 brewing systems, and we spotlight their unique features like the low-density burners and unique redesigned mesh baskets. We'll also introduce you to the new compact yet powerful GC2, which is a double glycol chiller, as well as the G30 Conical fermentor and versatile distilling tops. So buckle up. This is going to be an exciting journey into the realm of homebrewing.
I'm at HomebrewCon 2023, and we're just having a ball. This is the third day. And we have the knockout party tonight, right, Aaron?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
You going to be there, buddy?
I'm going to be there.
All right. Well, what I wanted to do, you asked some questions for Grainfather. And so what I wanted to do is get those from Aaron. And Aaron, just for everybody's, what is your role?
So I am the Product and Portfolio Strategy Manager for Bevy, which includes Grainfather, Still Spirits, Mangrove Jack. So if we're coming out with a new product or updating a product, me and my team work on that.
And I want you to know when it comes to Grainfather, I really look up to Aaron. Totally. So, the first thing you asked was low-density burners.
Right.
And my audience thinks those are super cool.
Sure.
So can we talk about them a minute?
Yeah. So if we look at something like our G40 here and our G70, we actually use a copper paste that coats the entire bottom of the boil unit. And keep in mind that our G40 and G70 actually have a 15-degree slope because they are center fed, so the pipe goes down to a pump. And we had to do a lot of research and work to make sure that we had a burner or electric unit that allowed for entire coverage of that bottom. So like I mentioned, copper paste and then a plate that heats that up. So there's no hot spots and it heats quite evenly from the bottom. That's a little different than our G30 that uses a brazed bottom, but because of the voltage control and the PID control, you barely get any scorching. I totally get why people want a low density burner. The best thing I can say about that is that look for a burner like our G40 and G70 if you're really concerned about scorching, that allows complete coverage of the bottom and heats quite evenly.
Can we see anything if we put the camera in there, or
Let's
it
put
look the same?
We can take a look inside just to give people an idea of how this looks, because it's a really cool bottom. It does have that 15-degree slope and that center drain pipe. So I'm going to pull out the recirculation silicone and lift up this basket, which has our vertical perforations, and just put it into mash or sparge position real quick here, and then drop that out so you can see the bottom. So the bottom has that full false bottom, also helps reduce scorching for those that are quite worried about it. And that lifts up and you can see the center drain as well as the temperature probe that is protected from all the junk that falls on the bottom there. And you can see just a few little scores on the bottom where you're going to see how the plate is attached, but that plate is attached with that copper paste that makes this an extremely efficient heater.
So can we get upgrades to that? I'll step on this side. Can we get upgrades to that on existing G30s, G40s?
At the moment, the G40 and G70 come with that already. The G30 is a brazed element, and it covers most of the bottom. We can't offer an upgrade on the G30 yet, but stay tuned for newer systems that are going to have new heating elements on a system similar to the G30.
Is it a reason to upgrade? Is it that good?
I think if you're very careful with your boil, low density isn't critical, but it can be helpful. So especially if you're going to do a very fine mash and you're getting a lot of protein, you want to avoid as much scorching as possible. But if you're somewhat careful and you're recirculating that mash until it's clear, you're not going to have any issues.
Okay, so it's not that big of an upgrade.
Not that big of an upgrade.
Okay,
no.
but we're going to talk about something that's coming that is a big upgrade, right?
Yes, we are. So we'll just get this guy back in here.
And you have to do it with one hand. So we're over here at the G30, and this is a new G30. Is it a level 3? Is that what you call it?
Version 3. So for those of you that are familiar with the Grainfather, we had our original unit, and then we had a new unit come out with the Connect controller, our Bluetooth, which was what we consider our version 2, and this is our version 3 with a couple very significant upgrades to make life easier for the Grainfather
so I have a
user.
version 1. So
yeah.
Tell me the difference.
So version 1 wouldn't have that Bluetooth controller, and a couple of the parts may look a little different.
It's the same box, basically, but it doesn't have a Bluetooth link.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So the Connect came out with the Bluetooth, and now with version 3, we've updated a bit of the hardware just to address some of those pain points for version 1 and version 2
well,
users.
that's why I didn't upgrade to version 2.
Sure.
So do you think an upgrade to version 3 is more valuable, possibly?
For me, I think so. This is the upgrade that is going to save you time and going to save you a lot of cleaning and really actually make this unit, keep the unit as efficient as it was.
Okay, well let's take a look inside.
Sounds good.
Or wherever you want to start.
Yeah, we'll take a look inside because that's where the major upgrade is. The major upgrade is the mash basket. So you can see there's no longer any silicone O-rings inside this unit. As well, there's no top plate or any center pipe work. So the mash basket was completely redesigned and reconfigured based on our G40 and G70 V2 mash basket configurations. Ooh. I'll just pull this mash basket up so you can get a better look at it. So why does this mash basket work? It works because we are able to put splash guards on the unit. We've put vertical perforation.
Splash guards, where are those?
These are these channels running up the side here. So you won't see these on many other mash baskets because the perforations are actually all down at the bottom. What we've done is put perforations all the way up the basket so that you get a lot of flow.
Oh, flowing down the sides.
Flowing down the side, coming through the basket. So this gives you a very efficient mash and allows you to actually sparge quite quickly as well. So you get a really good amount of liquid coming through your mash as you go. One other nice feature of this basket in particular, unlike some other baskets that are one piece, this is actually a two-piece basket, and you can actually take that bottom part out. I don't know if you want to help me out with that,
Yeah,
Doug?
I do.
So I'm just going to slide, I'm just going to reach in and grab this rolled plate out. So for some of you that do have the G30 Connect, you'll see that we came up with a rolled plate upgrade, and this basket takes it one step further and eliminates that center pipework and just has a
right
single
up to the camera.
Single rolled plate, no silicone.
No silicone. that always takes me 5 minutes to put on.
Yeah, applause for that because that one was a big upgrade for us. You can get a rolled edge upgrade for your current basket, or in the next couple of months you can get this basket and this mash plate as an upgrade package for your current G30, or Doug, one of your original G30s. This will fit right in there.
Wow, that's looks like a lot more flow.
You're going to get a lot of flow. I really like to run it full bore when I'm doing a 5-gallon mash and really allow that liquid to recirculate. Yeah, and really easy to clean. It's harder to clean those baskets that have that mounted on the bottom.
Oh, I know.
Because you get grain stuck in the edge.
Oh, I know.
This way you can just dip that plate in the water.
So do I have to clean these channels?
Those channels don't get super dirty, but you can spray them out quite easily.
Okay, all right.
So that's the new G30 mash basket. The only other upgrade on the G30 V3 that I'll mention is that for some of you that have the manual reset switch on the bottom, that's now an automatic software switch. So if your unit overheats, you don't have to go under the unit to reset it.
I've actually never had mine do that.
That's great. A few users have units that'll automatically reset, or if you get a lot of scorching on the bottom, it'll reset. This way your unit just turns itself off and resets itself once you've had a time.
So those of us with Model 2s that are feeling left behind, have you left us behind and we just have to buy G3, or is there another option?
No, the best option is going to be that you can buy these mash baskets in the next few months once they're out on the market and available. So put that mash basket in there. No way to upgrade the reset switch, but it's a small upgrade compared to this basket. That cleaning that you're going to save time on, and the setup time, definitely worthwhile.
Now, I'm a small batch brewer.
Sure.
Will that help me with small batches? Because the G2 or the G30 Model 2,
Yeah,
where the micro pipe works.
You have to buy the micro pipe work, and it can get clogged up easy, and you need to manage that overflow.
Yeah.
With this, it's very simple, and you can do down to a 2-gallon batch with this
Oh,
basket.
now we're talking. Now we're talking. Cool. Cool.
No change to your setup.
So do you have any documentation on that? Because my audience loves small batches.
Yeah, so best thing you can do is go to grainfather.com, look at the FAQs, look at some of the additional information that's on the website. We'll have a lot of blogs coming out around the system and hopefully have a lot of information for you small batch brewers.
Good, good. Because I like to brew a lot, but a little.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way we're going now. There's a lot of people that want to experiment and make
Right.
smaller beers, and this is the perfect unit to
I
do
just
that
don't have
in.
enough friends to drink all the beer.
I don't know if that's true, Doug. You can send some my way.
Okay. So what's coming, Aaron? What else is cool?
So a couple other things are coming your way. All right, Doug, so this is our Grainfather GC2 glycol chiller. And if you're familiar with the brand, you know we've had a GC4 4-channel glycol chiller.
Smaller.
This guy is small. I hope you guys can see that at home.
Look at that.
It's not a big unit. It can do a lot with a little bit of space. It's actually, I believe it's so small that you can parcel ship it. It'll ship in a regular size box. So one of the smallest 2-channel
Is that a
glycol
handle?
units out there. And there's a handle right there as well. It's
Oh,
on
that's
casters, quite easy to move around. It does allow up to 2 fermenters at one time, and it does connect to our GF30 jacketed conical fermenter as well. So you can do 5-gallon or 10-gallon fermenters with this unit. You do have to be a little careful about your ambient temperature if you're going to do more than 5 gallons with it, but independent control of 2 5-gallon fermenters in this small of a glycol chiller is pretty awesome.
I want to look at it on this side.
Yeah.
So I can just, if I need to move it, I can just pick it up right there.
Yeah, it's really easy to move around. Doug
Wow.
just saw me moving it around the showroom floor a minute
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Easy to pick up
He
and
didn't even break a sweat.
easy to pick up and move around. $8.95, I believe, is the RRP on this one.
Yep.
So if you buy the conical fermenter at around $6.95, you're looking at around $1,700, and you've got a professional cooling system for your
Wow.
beer. Yeah.
Okay. And so why don't we talk about this guy for just a moment? Excuse me.
Yeah, so the GF30, for those of you that are familiar, is our conical fermenter. I'll actually lift it up here real quick.
Yep.
This is our 7-gallon conical fermenter, can ferment up to 5 or 6 gallons, and has a Wi-Fi controller built in. So you can see that there's a Wi-Fi controller on this unit. Unfortunately, I don't have it turned on at the moment.
That's all right.
But it also has a jacket you can put on it, especially if you're in a hot climate or want to use it out in your garage. And the glycol comes in one side, out the other. Jacketed, no coil to clean or worry about inside. And has a tri-clamp fitting on the top if you want to put on a big overflow
Yep.
or blow-off tube or an airlock with a stopper.
Excellent.
Yeah. Also has a tri-clamp on the bottom and a 60-degree cone as well. So really easy. There's a small dump valve as well as your standard tap on the bottom. So dump valve with the valve on the bottom makes it really easy to dump off your tube if you want, and then empty it out with clear beer. All right, Doug, so one other new item we're introducing here at HomebrewCon is the distilling lid for the G40 and G70, and you can see we've got it decked out with this alembic helmet and our T500 condenser arm.
It's nicely polished. Did you do that?
It looks really nice,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah, it's kind of a showpiece. And for those of you that are interested in distilling with your G40 or G70, this 4-inch tri-clamp distilling lid will really allow you to attach any sort of distilling attachments to the top of this unit. You can also use it to condense water coming off of your brew if you want, if you're brewing down in your basement. But I think the fun part is attaching some distilling attachments to it. And we will have 2 distilling attachment kits available. You're looking at one of them here. This is for the alembic top, and it'll allow you to attach this condenser arm. And then we're also going to have one that allows you to attach the T500 column if you want to do reflux distillation of, say, vodkas and neutral spirits. Of course, the alembic pot still top is good for whiskeys, rums, gins, things that you want to keep some flavor in. So I think for those of you that have the G40 or G70, you might find it makes an amazing still as well.
Wow. But it's only for the larger ones. This will not go on the G30.
Correct. So the G30, as you may know, can attach to our T500 lid and condenser reflux column
which is basically
already.
that part?
And then the other thing that our G30 would have would be something like this dome on top, and then that condenser arm.
Okay.
So this kind of replaces the dome and condenser arm that we've had on our G30 and allows the G40 or G70 user to distill using this alembic helmet instead.
So can't you just attach this guy to the top of the normal Grainfather top?
You can attach
you need
this
that dome, I guess is what I'm asking.
You can attach this guy to the top of the T500 stainless lid
Right.
or the copper dome.
Right. What does the dome buy you?
So the value of the dome is that it'll give you a little bit more reflux, and it'll also scrub some of the sulfate out of there. So sulfur dioxide that's in the spirit.
Is it an incremental improvement or is it a major improvement?
It can be a major improvement, especially if you're doing whiskeys and rums that have a lot of that sulfur dioxide in them. And it also is just a little easier to control your still with that dome top. I find you can dial in your voltage on a Grainfather, which makes it great for distilling. It's really easy to do with that dome lid on top.
Okay. And you've got one other one, that tall one. How does that work?
So the other one that we've got is the T500 column. So the T500 column can attach to this T500 lid and go on a Grainfather G30, or you can take it off of this lid and you can actually thread it onto the top of this unit here if you wanted to. So you could actually thread it all the way on top of the G40 G70 attachment, just like this condenser here, if you wanted to make a nice tall still. Or you could buy a 4-inch to 2-inch tri-clamp adapter as well as a thread adapter and put it right on this unit.
So,
and we'll be selling an attachment to allow you to connect that.
What does the tall one do versus the angled one?
So the difference between this reflux column that I have and an alembic dome or an alembic helmet is that the alembic helmet doesn't allow a lot of reflux to occur in the still. Most of the vapor can make it to the condenser, which allows for more flavor. What this reflux column has inside is packing. And that packing...
What?
Packing.
Packing.
And that packing, or rashing rings, or pawl rings, or scrubbies that you put up in there, they allow the liquid to continue to reflux or recondense inside the still, dropping more liquid down back into the boiler, purifying it through the process. So it's harder for the vapor to make it out of the still on a column, which has the benefit of giving you really pure alcohol, but also strips some of the flavor out. So really good for vodkas and neutral spirits, not so great for whiskeys, rums, and those sort of things.
So there's no really one that's better than another, it's just one's better for certain styles?
Yep, correct. Two different tools. So if you're buying yourself a 4-inch tri-clamp distilling lid for the G40 or G70, you may want to have a dome and a column around if you're getting creative with a lot of different spirits.
But I don't have to have the dome if I get this, right? So if I were to start out and add a G30, this might be the one to buy?
You could get this. This would be great for neutral spirit and vodkas, and you can do a lot with that.
I got you. Yep. If I want to make neutral spirits.
Yep.
Does the distillation time, is it about the same?
It's a little bit longer in this because there is a bit more recondensing, but a lot of the time you're going to do 2 runs on an alembic. So you're going to do what's called a stripping run and then a spirit run. So a 2-stage process. So time-wise, about the same, really.
Different tools for different different beer style or
spirit styles.
Spirit style. Sorry, I'm in a beer conference. I've been talking beer all day,
and we've only got about a half hour left.
That's right, only a half hour left. Well, speaking of that, we're going to wrap up HomebrewCon tonight. Can you tell our audience what's going on tonight? Because it's really a lot of fun, isn't it?
We're having our knockout party, which is the traditional way to end the conference, and we get to drink a lot of the different beers that have been entered in the NHC, and it's really a great time to connect with everybody one last time and try all the beers that all you homebrewers around the country are turning in.
Delicious. I judged them. There were some amazing. I got the Pilsner round.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
So I'll be looking for the Pilsners.
They were all good. They really were.
Awesome.
You guys are great. Pilsners were awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, Aaron, thank you so much.
Thank you,
know,
Doug.
It's always a real pleasure.
Great talking
look
with
forward,
you.
And you let me know when the basket comes out.
I will.
I'll be one of the first.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
Doug.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, now that's a wrap on our in-depth exploration of Grainfather's state-of-the-art homebrewing and distilling gear. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on Grainfather gear, so please leave your comments below. And don't stop here, as there's more detailed videos linked on screen for you to explore next. So remember, the description box below is your treasure trove of resources and tools. So till our next Brewtastic video, happy brewing.